Hey guys, Aluchito here. So I'm sure if you're from Kenya or you've been paying attention to news from Kenya, then I'm sure you've heard of the rise in the incidences of femicide. Femicide is the killing of women, prejudicial killing of women, and of late, a week cannot go by without us hearing stories of a woman has been murdered. So I don't know if you guys remember, especially women, but when we were growing up, at times you'd find a boy, pushing you on the playground or hitting you on the playground. And then we would go back probably to report to whoever was in charge. And then they'll tell you, he just hit you because he likes you. And even in movies, you'll see a love story between a girl and a boy. You'd see when they were young. See the boy pushing the girl on the playground. And even as adults right now, I have been in a situation where a man picks up a fight with me for no reason, like argument, or tries to tell me nasty stuff, or just quarrels me out of the blues. Or even you, maybe that boss who just tries to pick up a fight with you when you're not wrong, and then your colleagues would probably tell you, maybe he's lecturing you because he likes you. He wants your attention. This is what translates to violence. Sexism, a sexist society, or men are exposed to sexism from a very tender age. This is what later translates to violence, because men grow up so entitled, wanting to be in control and wanting to be in charge. Most of these murders, they are committed by intimate partners or an ex, the curse of the ex. Because when men get into in a relationship, they own a woman. They feel like they own a woman. The woman becomes the property. So if a woman tells you right now, I'm done, I want out, in a man's mind, especially a violent man's mind, he'll say, if I can't have you, no one will. Or that ex, you're moving on from me. If I can't have you, no one will. Because men are conditioned to always be in charge, to be in control, to entitlement. Femicide needs a lot of teamwork. In order for us to tackle femicide, we need to come together. We need to stop treating each incident as an isolated incident. Probably a lady maybe was hacked, let's say in Muranga. Then we need to stop saying, you know what, maybe she did something to that guy, that is why he did that to her, she deserved it. Or maybe somebody else was killed in Coast, and we're reasoning like, probably she provoked him. We need to stop treating these incidences as isolated incidences. I've seen guys saying on social media, the government needs to step up, the government needs to put in place measures and policies. We have enough measures and policies. It's the execution, And I'm sorry to say this, but even if we had the most perfect police task force that's just tasked to deal with femicide in this country, ready with hotlines and all that, and it's run, codes, femicide still won't stop. It might reduce, but it won't stop unless we handle the root cause. Unless we deal with the root cause. if you're a woman right now and you're in an abusive relationship, your end game should be to live. You should be working towards living. Nothing is worth your life. Life is precious. Your end game should be living. Because if you don't live, you'll live in a body bag. And we'll bury you and we'll forget about you. So, if you're dealing with a violent douche, we have these violent maniacs, then you need to stick around till you have a solid exit strategy. Because we don't want a situation where you're living and then he catches up with you a day or two later, then he kills you. Solid exit strategy. Once I leave this house, where am I going to? Have I told the police? Do I have a restraining order? All that yada yada. Safety measures, you must put them in place. But if it's safe to leave immediately, you just pack up and go. So, I've really been on men's case a lot. So, what are some of the ways that I think we need to deal with this situation? One, we need to hold people accountable. And that's where the task force comes in. The judiciary. Someone kills a woman or somebody else because life is precious. You hold them accountable. We've seen here in Kenya, very famous, influential people walk up with murder. Men who killed women, men in big positions killed women, who later we found out that they were their intimate partners at some point. But they walk away because they're untouchable. So unless our system starts focusing or taking measures to protect women, then it's zero work. Hold these men accountable regardless of their political status, regardless of their financial prowess, regardless of their influence. Protect your women. Hold them accountable. Anyone who kills anyone, whether he's a woman or a girl right now, or a man, but right now I'm focusing on femicide, hold them accountable. We have laws that address murder. We have laws against manslaughter. We have laws against gender-based violence. All we need is execution. Hold these people accountable too. We need support programs for men. Free space. A place where they can have raw conversations. We need support programs for batterers and support organizations for batterers where they can go, anonymously and say, whenever I have an argument with my wife or my girlfriend, or whenever I face rejection, I have these weird thoughts of killing her. How can you help me? What can we do? Men are people too. Men are human. We need support systems for them, for batterers. And then the douchebags who won't reform, that's when they're thrown into jail. We don't want maniacs walking on our streets. 3, women must be encouraged to speak up. Dude is beating you every day like a drum and you're just chilling. We have, not so long ago, a case of a lady who was being beaten for like 4 or 5 hours, and then the neighbors showed up and she told them to just go back. They were having little disagreement and she kept on screaming and she died. If you don't walk out, you live in a body bag. Speak up. Don't stay. Violence is not love. You don't beat what you love, you don't hurt what you love, you don't batter what you love. Violence is not love. Okay? Speak up. So if there's one thing no one was taught under this sun is how to handle provocations, how to react during arguments or when provoked. That is not a course we were taught in school. But if we make wrong moves at the slightest provocations, then it can cost us our lives. It can cost people their lives. It can earn you a jail term. It can cost you your work, embarrassment. So let's not be quick to hurt or kill people at the slightest provocation. The consequences are dire. On 8th March, there will be a march. Oh, that is rhyming. A march, a protest in Nairobi and Kisumu about an anti-femicide protest. I think it's a very noble move. So if you're free, make sure you show up and support that cause. I'm Alwe Choito. See you.